I mean, it doesn't really state a crime. It's a made-up crime. Unlike the 50 or 60 committed by Joe Biden and his son, which have been sitting on the hard drive for 3 years, where they could have been in prison 3 years ago. These are crimes they have to make up. It takes them years to investigate Trump. Think about it. You know, they investigated the cocaine in the White House for 11 days, and they've been investigating Trump for 5 years. And this is the best they come up with. Silly charges about the Presidential Record Act that has no criminal penalty in it. And we're fighting with the president over, did he put the documents here or there? Meanwhile, the other guys, we can count up about 30 million in bribes already. And nothing happened. We haven't even begun investigating. And we have cocaine in the White House. If we have a Secret Service that can't solve that case, we got to change the Secret Service. Yeah. I mean, obviously, they can't protect us.
It can only mean two things, right? That the fact that they've closed this investigation, either one, they know who it is and they don't want to say who it is, or two, their security team is a joke. I mean, this is supposed to be the most secure office in the land, and the fact remains that they're claiming that the cameras were suddenly out. There was no fingerprints. I mean, what if this was ricin? What if this was anthrax? I worked in a newsroom back when I was a production assistant in 2001. It was mailed to CBS News, anthrax. I actually handled the letter that had anthrax in it.
Right. I remember that as if it was yesterday.
Yes, and my friend, it ended up going into her face. She had some sort of blemish. It went there. It caused a gaping hole right underneath her eye, and the doctors told her that even if a little tiny speck had gotten in her eyeball, she could have lost that eye. I mean, this is serious, mysterious powder to be left behind, and the American people were supposed to just sit back and say, oh, it's no big deal, it's just a little baggie of cocaine, you know? And that's what the left-wing media is essentially saying.
You think when I was mayor, if there was cocaine in City Hall, I wouldn't have found out who did it?
Yeah, drug test people.
I'd resign if I could. If I couldn't, I would have resigned. I mean, it's ridiculous. And of course, Biden has said nothing about it. Like, how about being outraged by it to start with? That would set a fire under these people. I mean, there's a certain way to motivate law enforcement officers. Making it a high priority is one. Look, they're afraid to investigate. They're afraid because probably it's Hunter. And if it isn't Hunter, it's probably going to reveal, if you did all the drug tests, you probably have a lot more drug users in that White House than in a normal White House. When you look at their positions on drugs, which is to legalize it, even with the danger of fentanyl, when you look at they have done nothing about fentanyl, even though Americans are dying left and right at record rates, these people are basically on the wrong side of the drug issue, which is why we have such a problem. So can you imagine if you started drug testing the people around Biden? I don't know, you might end up with a big number.
Right. The sweetheart deal that Hunter Biden got, you looked at that very carefully. If Hunter, say, were to test positive for cocaine, could that jeopardize his deal?
Of course. I mean, on the most serious charge, which is the gun charge, that is premised on his being a good boy for a year. Well, if those are his drugs, he's already a bad boy. And I mean, you look at his history as a drug addict. He's not just a drug addict.
Yeah.
He's an aggravated drug addict. He's a degenerate drug addict. I have the pictures to prove it. I've had him for 2 years, 3 years. I mean, there must be 200 just in the hard drive alone of him smoking crack, sitting in closets, walking around his house. Not even with regard to the fact that he has minor children in that house. There's a psychiatrist that wanted him thrown out of the house because he was a danger to the children. Joe knew about it, didn't do anything about it. I mean, this is a very, very serious drug addict on the very highest scale. Exactly the kind of drug addict for which the gun statute was passed, in which we say a drug addict shouldn't be carrying a gun, or a person with a mental illness, person with a crime. It's the Democrats who go crazy on that more than anyone else about gun control, except if it's Joe Biden,
right,
or Hunter Biden. They can do anything they want.
So maybe that's why they are being so tight-lipped, because if it is Hunter's, this could jeopardize his deal. He could go to prison because the gun charge was the most serious charge. I mean, there should have been a host of other charges, so that could jeopardize that sweetheart deal that he got from the DOJ.
Yeah, I don't think they know the answer, and they don't want to know it, because there's no good answer. Either it's Hunter, they may have a drug problem in the White House. I would be surprised if they didn't, given the way they act, given the positions they take, given their position on drugs, given the way they haven't defended America against fentanyl at all. And I'd be shocked if you didn't come out with a pretty good number of people who failed that test.
Mayor, we have about a minute left. Your reaction to seeing Joe Biden nuzzling on that little girl. You know Joe Biden. You've known him for a very long time. This is even bizarre behavior for him. Do you think whatever his cognitive issue is, it's escalating?
100%. I think he's gone. I mean, look at him walking with King Charles. I played that on my live stream 3 times this week. You look at his face; it's the face of a man that has very few brain cells left. I mean, this is the kind of face that you see in very, very advanced nursing homes. He's also showing symptoms now of advanced dementia, not just dementia. For example, he always lied. Now he's delusional. I mean, he thinks he gave a medal to his uncle 7 years after his uncle died. Well, it is a lie. He never gave his uncle a medal, but he couldn't have given it to him when he was in the White House because his uncle was dead for 7 years before. And he keeps repeating it, even though he's told that it's not correct. He keeps saying that his son died in Iraq. Well, it's a tragedy that his son died, but he didn't die in Iraq.
Right.
And he keeps saying it, and he keeps getting told that that isn't the case, but he can't remember it. I heard your show when that Eugene Robinson said he's sharp as a tack. What a liar.
Right.
You must think we're really stupid. We don't need Eugene Robinson to watch him get off the plane in Cambodia and think he's in Colombia, or fall down again going up the steps.
Right.
People just don't fall down going up steps.
No.
They usually fall down going down steps.
And not over and over again. Mayor Giuliani, we have to leave it right there. Thank you so much. Again, you have a hit news show, America's Mayor Live, which you can watch on Twitter, Facebook, Rumble, and Getter. Thank you so much, sir.
Great job.